Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode, and in this episode I want to talk about storage. Especially I want to talk about StorageWorks. These are the systems you can see here, and StorageWorks are the successor of the HSC, the hierarchical storage controller from DEC. I've never saw an HSC controller in my real life, but these HSC controllers were quite big devices. And these StorageWorks here hardware from DEC was continued by Compaq and from HP later. You can see here on the brands, on the PSUs, some is from Digital, some one from Compaq, and some PSUs are from Hewlett-Packard. And they released also products later called StorageWorks. Especially if you look for StorageWorks in the internet or on eBay, you find a lot of HP products called StorageWorks. But it's originally made by Digital Equipment Corporation around mid-1990s. So you'll find an interesting article by Stephen J. Zikola in the Digital Technical Journal in volume 6, number 4, with the title The Architecture and Design of HS Series StorageWorks Area Controller. And I will link this article from 1994 in the description below. As you can see, I have two of them, and I will make also separate videos about both devices. Maybe I will get also a third one soon. And in these separate videos I will show you the configuration and all the boards inside. So this video is more an overview about the different StorageWorks hardware. And in general there are two different kind of shelves. Here on top this is a disk shelf, or here this is a more modern one, a blue one, and on the bottom you can see two different controller shelves. Generally, you can connect the shelf here directly to a computer, to a controller, to a controller in a computer, but often you will use a dedicated controller like these two ones, especially when you want to connect to multiple hosts with one StorageWorks array. These arrays here, this is a 19-inch rack format, so you can put that in a rack. I will put them in the rack later, and you can also use a stand. I have a special stand for one of these shelves, so you can use it also as a desktop version. And I have also a special shelf only for 4 drives. It's called BA356. And this shelf is a special smaller desktop version for StorageWorks devices. And all these devices here, the power supplies and all the hard drives are hot pluggable, so you can take them off the device or put them in the device while the shelf is running. Let's start with the StorageWorks here on the left. These are the original StorageWorks controllers, and the older ones, they are in this gray tone with these green things here to take the devices out of the shelf, or the power supplies, also here on the controller. And these shelves are called BA350. And the top bottom one is the controller shelf, and the top one is the disk shelf. But disk shelf is a bit confusing because there are also other devices you can put in there. Maybe this device. You can see it. This is a TZ88 tape drive. You can also put in there. I've made a little short about it where I tested this TZ88 because I've got it a few days ago. So this one is quite new in my collection. And you can also put a DET tape drive or CD-ROM drive in there, but I don't have a DET drive or a CD-ROM at the moment. And these parts inside here, this one is the newer one. They are called StorageWorks building blocks. This is a hard drive, 3.5 inch, like this one here, and they take one slot in the disk shelf. The tape drive takes 3 slots, or there are also cases for 5.25 inch hard drive, which also takes 3 slots in the shelf. The backplane is a narrow SCSI 2 backplane, and the cable here on the right is directly connected to the backplane. And also there are 2 fans on the back. You can easily change the fans. They are on the back. The backplane here, this backplane, also the later backplane we will see, is always single-ended. So you can mix older and newer devices. So it's basically possible to take that newer white SCSI device, and I can put that device onto that backplane. It's no problem. It's supported to, so it will be slower, but it's possible to use such a newer wide ultra SCSI hard drive in these older backplane with the narrow single-ended SCSI bus. That's not an issue, it's possible. And you can put in 6 hard drives over here and 2 power supplies, or if you take one power supply out of the shelf, you can put in 7 hard drives into that shelf. And the ID from the SCSI ID from the hard drive is set by the position. So this is 0, 1, 2, and so on until 6 and 2 to 5. And hard drive 6 will be here where the second power supply is located. But if you want to have 2 power supplies, then because one power supply can fail, you can only put 6 devices in there. And also, if you have a second controller, it supports only 6 hard drives. So this is a more common configuration with 2 power supplies. You can also set the ID manually with a little switch on each device, but in general, you will use the automatic ID setting by the backplane. On the bottom, this is the controller shelf, and the controller shelf is for different controllers. The connection to the hard drives is single-ended SCSI in every case, but you can use different controllers for different connections to different hosts. So this is an HSD30. This is a DSSI controller. This is not SCSI, this is DSSI. There are also SCSI controllers with differential SCSI, or CI controllers for computer interconnect for the bigger cluster configurations. And you can put 2 controllers into one of these controller shelves. And there's also a second connection because this is only one board, but there's space for 2 boards for caching modules for each controllers. And there are also 2 sizes of controllers. This is a smaller one, an HSD30, and this supports only 3 hard drive shelves, but there are also bigger one. For DSSI, it's called HSD40, which supports 6 shelves, up to 6 shelves, because down here under this metal board here are 6 SCSI controllers for 6 disk shelves. So what's the plan? I will use that controller and this older StorageWorks for my WEXs in the future, because I will replace or remove some of the DSSI hard drives from my WEX, because I need the slots of my WEX for other DSSI stuff. And maybe I will also use it for alpha, but I don't know if I can use it for alpha, because I do not have a controller for EISA or PCI, and I wanted to buy one on eBay. I found one on eBay in America, but the seller does not want to ship to Germany, and I asked him and he said no. Okay, so at the moment I'm not able to get a PCI or EISA controller for my alpha, so I cannot connect this controller to my alpha at the moment. I have this controller for quite a while, but there are also 2 other reasons why I didn't use it at the time. And the first one is you need licenses. As you know from my license video, DEC licensed everything, and if you want to use this controller with RAID, also for mirroring or for RAID 5 or something like that, you need separate licenses. Also the cache controller needs a separate license, and I do not have any of this license. I'm still looking for a mirroring license for that controller. So if you know where I can get a mirroring license, you'll find my email in the channel description, because then I can use these hard drives in a RAID 1 configuration with that license. But there's also another reason why I cannot use this controller at the moment. This reason is also hardware based. This here over there, this is the DSSI connection, and the problem is there are 2 different kinds of DSSI connectors. This one here, this is the DSSI connector of my WEX systems, and this connector is called PS connector. And this one here, this is another connector. It is called MR. You can see this is not the same connector. And what I need is a cable with an MR connector on the one end and a PS connector on the other end, and do not have such a cable. I'm still looking for such a cable, but maybe I will get such a cable soon, so then I can connect this controller to my WEXs. The alpha controllers have also this newer MR controller on their controllers, so for the MR connection I have a cable. Another thing what I do not have is a terminator for MR, so if I connect only one cable I need a terminator, an MR style terminator, and I do not have an MR style terminator as well. Then let's have a look on the StorageWorks system on the right side. And this is the newer version. This is the ultra SCSI version of StorageWorks controllers. And these shelves are called BA356. They were also available in gray, and later they went to this new blue color. There is also a video from Digital Dings, I will link that video below, where it disassembles such a newer BA356 shelf. And in contrast to the other system, the SCSI protocol is set by this module here on the right. This is this one. This is a personality module. There are different personality models available. This is a white ultra SCSI version with an DSSI connector here, and you can put this model here on the right, and then you will set the protocol which is speaking. You can also the more modern ones like this ultra, and can also set the termination here on the older personality modules or the older controllers. You have set the terminator on the back from the shelf. The controller shelf on the bottom is here. These are HSZ22 SCSI controllers, two ones with cache modules inside, and here the host modules, and also two power supplies. Is a controller for high voltage differential SCSI, so I can connect high voltage differential SCSI here to the hosts with these DSSI connectors on the right. And this system can be connected to multiple hosts. Because I worked a longer time on that configuration, so working on the configuration for several weeks, I've learned SCSI is more complex than I thought. There's a nice book from Friedhelm Schmidt. It's called SCSI Bus und Idee-Schnittstelle in German, but it's also translated to English. So its English version is available. It's called SCSI Bus and IDE Interface, which describes the whole SCSI interface from electrical perspective and so on in detail, because it's just quite confusing at the beginning with single-ended and low voltage differentials, high voltage differentials, and so on. And I've tried a lot of controllers, and yeah, there is maybe an issue with that controller I'm working on. I think the battery is empty, so I've ordered replacement batteries because the controller said it's not in a good shape, and when I want to try to add another RAID array, I've got an error message at the moment. But one advantage of this controller is that I do not need any further licenses for RAID or something like that, so I can use the RAID directly, and I will use that array here for my two Alpha Server 800s. I will show you in a different video. I only showed you that I have an Alpha Server 800 in a previous video, or I have two Alpha Server 800s in a previous video, but I will also make a detailed hardware tour of these Alphas, and this is the reason why I've got this StorageWorks shelves. And also the next StorageWorks video I think we'll make is about this shelf, because I'm working on this shelf at the moment. On the other shelf for the Vexus I need still some hardware, and I hope that this shelf will be running soon. Yeah, this is the end of my quick overview about the StorageWorks technology and the parts I have at the moment, and I hope you find that interesting, and leave comments below, and thanks for watching, and see you the next time.